What's up guys, so we are here at Kilo Strength Gym, and if you guys don't know what Kilo Strength is, you guys have seen my videos, me posting of Kilo Strength Society. Stefan is a good friend of mine and he actually opened this gym up in Huntington Beach. So I'm here, finally was able to make it out here. The gym looks really amazing, can't wait to see it. And then also today I'm gonna have my body fat tested. And so I'm just kind of curious to see where it's at. So let's go ahead and head inside. How's everything?
Good. How's your time in LA, man?
Great, great, good. Want to give us a little tour?
Yes, sir. So, Nick, have you ever seen or used Atlantis equipment?
No, I haven't.
So Atlantis, it's a company based off of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, which is where I'm from. So I've known them for a long time, and you know, working for Falcon Group and traveling, I had the chance to try a bunch of different brands and of machines, and from Cybex to Matrix to whatever, and Atlantis are by far the best. Attention to detail is incredible. Like for example here, see like in between the plates, you have all of these like plastic kind of like cushion, so prevents noise, prevents friction and damage of the plates over time. Wow. So here, for instance, with shorter people, you know, sometimes they have a hard time like changing the handles. So I have a little step. You know, just those little attention to detail is pretty cool. It's called Mag Grips, Maximum Advantage Grip. It's pretty cool. It's, you know, it's been out for a couple of years, but it allows you to use less of your forearm and grip muscle in your pull, and it isolates your lats way better. Okay. So as you're doing it, you know, it allows you to, you know, just feel your lats, but you don't lose all of that neural drive into your grip. Yep. So for assistance work, it's pretty cool like that. One of the cool thing that most people won't really realize is the flooring that we have. It's called Beast by E-Core, and it's like a super heavy duty floor with lots of absorption and restitution power. So in actuality, you could, if you had bumper plates, you could actually do Olympic lifting right on this floor and you wouldn't damage the barbell or anything like that. Very cool floor. The turf here, it's exactly 100 feet long, 12 feet wide. At the end of the turf, we have two tanks by Torque Fitness. So they're kind of like a sled / prowler with a magnetic resistance mechanism. So there's gears. So as you're pushing, if you're working in a group setting and you have like a stronger guy like you, or you have like somebody who's 100 pounds, a little bit weaker, you can still go back and forth without needing to change all the weights. Just switch the gear from like neutral to 1, 2, or 3. Oh, nice. It's super practical. No, just a regular 40-degree incline leg press here. Pendulum squat, this is pretty cool, like a good finisher for your quads after a squat workout. So, you know, it's super smooth. So you put the weights on the back, you unlock, you can go down to full range of motion. Oh wow. The circular movement, this loading on the strength curve is pretty accurate. Seated calf raise, standing calf raise. We train athletes. It's very important to train the calves, not as much. For a lot of people, like they think calves are not important because you don't need them to jump. That's true. But calf strength is very important for knee stability. So if you have a strong calf, you just have a more stable knee joint. So for injury prevention, it's very important. Incline bench with pivot. So the advantage here is, you know, when you're doing incline and you have a ton of weight on the barbell, sometimes it's strenuous for the shoulders. It's awkward, yeah. So here you have the pivot. Oh wow. You can just do your bench. It's much safer for your shoulders. Super practical. That's amazing. The plates. So I chose Evenco. I worked with Evenco in St. Louis when I train all the professional athletes I train. It's a brand based out of Los Angeles. They're old school, they've been around forever, but why I like these plates is not only they're that good old school metal feel plates, but they have the pattern for those holes here, which is makes it super easy to manipulate. So Primate, which is our group system at Kilo. So when you're doing group training and you need to change the weights often, you want blades that are easy to put up and put down.
Yeah.
That allows for that. The barbell, all the barbells here are Evenco as well. They're black oxide, 200 PSI, can hold up all the way up to 1,500 pounds. They don't start bending much until you have about 4 plates on them.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. The Knurling is pretty aggressive. It's called the powerlifting bar, I really like it. The power racks, so basically the power racks, that's the basis of our group training. So the Primate, it's the 8 main lifts, so squat, front squat, deadlift, overhead press, incline press, bench press, dip, and chin up. So it all stems from the power rack.
Wow, and how many of these do you have?
We have 6 power racks.
Wow.
So
6 of these bad boys.
the Atlantis power rack, the steel is super heavy duty. They're one of the heaviest power racks on the market, so they're solid. See the holes are every inch. Okay, so it allows for a lot of variety. You have 2 sets of pins, so you have adjustable pins here. And then you have this pin right there that you can use for isometric work. So, for example, so let's say I have a barbell here, and I adjust this side pins right above here, so I can pull the barbell into the pins and just pull and pull and pull and pull for 6-8 seconds. Come
Oh wow, yeah.
against to do functional isometric work.
Uh-huh.
And isometric training, it's something that's like underdone in the athletic world. So with that rack, it allows for it. You have this super sturdy dip attachment, step up platform. You have band pegs on the side, J-hooks outside, J-hooks inside, sputter lifts, all the fat grip chin up implements there. So from closed, neutral, medium to wide, the more traditional grips here, another set of fat grip there. The other cool thing about the Atlantis Polykin rack is all the pegs for the weights. So see, I have 1.25 pound in the bottom, right here. Then it goes up to 2.5 pounds, 5 pounds. I have my 10 pounds, 25, 35, 45. So I have all my plates for any progressions right there with me on the rack.
Wow.
8 feet tall, so you can, let's say you're training basketball players and stuff, you can have a 9 feet tall one as well. So each power rack has a bench that's associated to it. You also have like heel lifts. For like Nick, you don't have that issue, but sometimes people have lack of mobility at first.
Yeah.
You raise the heels just to allow more range of motion in the
Yeah.
squat, and you progress down to the floor. Athletic development, power, speed, all stems from posterior chain. So Kilo are big believers on posterior chain. So all this was a posterior chain. So that's a reverse hyper. And what's great about the reverse hyper with Atlantis is, so you're doing the movement, but the super cool thing is if you load this peg here, you're actually overloading the bottom part of the range of motion.
Uh-huh.
And if you put the weights here, now gravity is pushing at this point, so you're overloading the end range of the movement. So you can actually target where you want the emphasis to be on. Glute ham raise, super easy to adjust, just slides front and back. There's a low support for the knees as well, band pegs as well. This is the Deluxe back extension, so incline back extension. They made it wider than usual, a little bit higher. So because it's higher, what's cool is if you want to, you can hold a barbell as you're doing your lift, so you can work your scapular retractors at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Band pegs as well. Horizontal back extension. This is the classic one. And here with the leg curls, we have the lying leg curl.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite machines right there.
Yeah. The kneeling leg curl. This one is great for athletes because of the position. of the torso and hips relative to the femur, it translates a little bit better to running and sprinting. Standing leg curl right here. So you know, when you're working the hamstring, there's two functions. There's the hip extension and there's the knee flexion. So if you want full development, it's important to have different types of leg curls, because if you're always just doing the lying, it's great, but sometimes you need a little bit of variety to hit different motor units.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to have these three. A standalone step-up platform. It's pretty practical. You can roll it around. So this is the lowest position, but you can adjust every inch all the way up to here. Quite versatile. I like to use it for step-ups or even split squat front foot elevated. Standalone dip with thick handles, so more comfortable in the hands when you have heavy weights. And it's higher, so it allows you to use a ton of weight in between the legs with a loading pin and get down into the movement without the plates touching the ground. The dumbbells, good old Evenco as well, old school pro style dumbbells. We have from 5 pounds to 25 pounds by 2.5 pound increments. We have double sets. And then from 25 to 55 pounds by 2.5 pound increment as well, one set. And then from 55 all the way to 150 by 5 pound increment with the Holy Grail, 150 right there.
I'll be coming for those soon.
Yeah. So 45 pairs total of dumbbells.
Wow.
Just regular adjustable decline. Multi-adjustable bench, and the cool thing again, the details of Atlantis, look at this, they actually carved the degree, even the degree sign,
wow,
into the machine. So we have 15, 35, 45, so very versatile. A good old Scott curl for isolated bicep work. So this is the classroom. So at Kilo we also offer education, so training camps and lectures on topics from program design to short and long-term periodization. So a little classroom, now it's set up for 16 people. We can set it all the way up to 24 if you want to. And a couple of pictures of some of the athletes we've trained. And this is pretty cool too. The rep scheme and what are in continuum, so that's basically what I use when I write your programs. The percentage, the strength qualities,
wow,
the rep scheme associated to them. So those are our favorite rep schemes. So I know when I periodize your programs, I kind of base it off of that.
Awesome.
And so this is the conditioning area. So the tank, like I was talking about, so you can load weights. Usually you want to have two 45s per side, so 180 pounds, just to create more traction. And then you adjust the gears to create more or less resistance. So it's very unique, very easy to use. Just the machine itself is pretty heavy. Then we just have loading pins to do chin-ups and triceps, so you stack on the plates. Way easier to use than to put all the plates.
Absolutely, yeah. Those things are amazing.
Bands. So these are bumper plates, and this is an Olympic lifting barbell. So whenever we have an athlete here, collegiate or pro, and need to do some Olympic lift variations, and please have the equipment for it. You have a chain, so for accommodating resistance. And what's cool about the Easy Strap from Elite FTS is it's super easy it's super fast to adjust the height of the chain. So if you don't want all the chains to touch the ground. So the only thing we're missing is all our strongman equipment and our specialty barbells. We have
the very thick ones.
Thick barbells, like neutral barbell, safety bar, cambered bar, Dr. Tom bar, all these bars. And the strongman, the yoke, farmer's handle, I ordered from Watson, which is a company from the United Kingdom, from England. And it's just a little longer, we should receive in a month. But as soon as we get that, we'll be ready to get do our conditioning classes as well. So for now, I've been doing this. It's pretty cool. So let's kilo.
That's amazing. It's so amazing. I wish I could train here every day.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have your own place.
Yeah, man. Shit. I think I'm gonna move here just to train here.
The Primate group classes, which is the main product that Kilo Strength Society offers, which revolves around the power rack. So our goal as we're growing is every hour, we're gonna have a 1 hour group class in which 3 power racks are gonna be upper body workouts. And at the same time, the other 3 power racks are gonna be lower body workouts. At each power rack, the maximum amount of people will be 4. So at any given hour, you can have 12 people doing an upper body workout and 12 people doing a lower body workout, so 24 people total. But the cool thing is, these programs here, we've built 2 years worth of it, 384 different programs. The thing is, each power rack will have its own program, meaning that at no point ever within the 2-year period will a power rack have to share the same equipment as the other one. There's never going to be any of those instances where like there's just too many people at one machine. So everything is all periodized and planned so that it never happens. And the people are going to try every type of techniques. There's going to be some eccentric training. It's going to be isometric training, functional isometric, myotatic training, 1 1/4 reps, drop sets, rest pause, descending sets. So everything is included within all that periodization. And it's kind of cool too because the training, it's a 14-day microcycle. So instead of a week like most people, it's 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, the week per se like starts over. So it starts on week 1 with an overhead press and chin-up based workout on Monday. Tuesday is a squat workout. Thursday it's a bench. Friday it's a front squat. And then week 2, you have incline press on Monday, which the angle resembles the overhead. So from overhead to incline. Then you have squat that repeats again on Tuesday because you need more rehearsal to get better at squatting. Then on Thursday, week 2, it's dip, which is complementary to bench. So bench, it's this angle, dip, it's this angle. And then you finish with deadlift. Deadlift is so hard to recuperate from it that if you really hit it hard, training the deadlift once every 14 days is actually beneficial to boost your load up. And then week 3, you start overhead press and you keep on going on like that. And the assistance and remedial work, the B and the C series, it changes every 6 weeks. So you do each workout only 3 times and then it switches, changes. So it keeps it fresh, and we have 16 mesocycles like that to rotate from. So it's pretty cool, very unique as far as group training goes. Yeah.
So you can basically come for 2 years and never do the same workout twice because it changes in the B and C series.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was crazy. He built this like elaborate algorithm to actually build it. It was a lot of trial and error, but once they figured it out, Primate was born.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
That's sick.
It's cool.
So take it up. .208.2.
What did I weigh last time we did my body fat? I think I was at 180.
88, I think. Is that possible?
188, yeah. Actually, no, I think I was leaner then and lighter.
So like 25.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. The first skin folds the chin, the cheek, pec, tricep face this way, subscapularis, face the wall to your right, relax. Suprailiac.
I mainly hold a lot of my body fat and the lower back and glute area.
Yeah. Well, it's not too bad so far. Ready? The calf. Quadricep. I'm gonna ask you. Side, like head there on the table. Yeah, we'll do the hamstring first. Okay, so flex. You raise your knee. Good. Relax. Okay, relax. Perfect. Perfect. Now sit on the table. Do a leg extension. Relax. %, flat on the dot.
Sweet.
So 191.5 pounds of lean mass. Sum of 10, it's 59.2. Quant and am total 16. Now, like hormonally speaking, you're so much more efficient than you were. So even if you had to, let's say, go down to like 4% for a shoot, it would take you like 3-4 weeks to get down there.
Yeah.
Just because your body now is just more effective, efficient.
Yeah.
You know, so
Supposed to, yeah. When I first came to you and I was like, I just had a testosterone check and it was 116 nanograms per deciliter. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, that's back when I was in like the low 180s and I was really lean and just so obsessed with being lean. That's why I made that video on how does it feel to be shredded. And I was training pretty much every day. My sleep was really shitty and so my cortisol was really high. He was really explaining all that stuff to me and he really helped me along the way, which is really cool, which I thank him for that, for sure.
Now you're healthy testosterone level.
Healthy, good amount of body fat, my T levels are in the thousands, I feel good. And 8%, that's not bad at all.
You're 30, right?
I'm 30.
Nice. Good.
Alrighty, thanks so much, Stefan. Great job in the gym, I can't wait to come back and train here. Really don't even want to leave, but it was very nice to meet you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks a lot, Stefan. Take care, guys. Thank you.